This is Jay Rose from Total Dealer Training, and this topic we're going to discuss is about adapting to changing conditions. In the last year and a half, we've all had different conditions, with the pandemic and other things that have happened to our business, especially in buy here, pay here. Retail's never seen a bigger explosion in profits, combination of the pandemic money, but also the shortage of computer chips. But what that's also done is had a trickle-down effect, especially in the expenses for cost of inventory. I haven't seen inventory spikes like this since 2009 when we had the cash for clunkers, and then again there was a little spike in 17. But the key is, even though vehicles are costing us 40% more than what we normally would have to pay for that same year, make, mile, model vehicle, you have to adapt. And for buy here, pay here, it's critical because a lot of us have a certain cash model, which is we're going to lend out this much money per customer, cash on the street. That's after an average down payment, which really hasn't changed a lot, especially after the stimulus money has kind of dried up a little bit. And we have to decide, are you going to spend an extra $2,000, $2,500 for that same vehicle that you're used to buying? Or are you going to get a 2 or 3 year older vehicle with maybe an extra 60 to 80,000 miles? If you do that like we did and make that adjustment to keep the same cash model and ACV cost, you have to prepare and make adjustments. This is just like an algebra formula. If one number goes up, something else has to give, like a seesaw. So that's where we've heavily invested in facilities and adding additional 6 technicians, doing more in-house to control those expenses that we can to offset the difference in the ACV. So you have to look at the changes. If you have a market condition or other conditions, you have to look at where can I adjust. You can't just sit still expecting the same results when you have conditions, even if it's not your fault. These could be national because of a poor economy created by whatever, a certain administration, or it could be local, depending on your local area where you have a large employer that happens to go out of business that affects your customers. Whatever the case, you have to project what may happen, be ready for it, and adapt and adjust. So you got to adjust your inventory, what you fix, your average cost of inventory as far as reconditioning. Keep close eye on that and tracking it to find out what's it costing you internally versus externally. Make those adjustments. We just want to thank our sponsors. If you're looking for the DMS that's designed specifically for the used car dealer, subprime dealer, or buy here, pay here, look no further than Auto Action. Right here in Texas, they're Texas-based, incredible service. You pick up the phone, you get a hold of them. I've heard for years all the frustrations with the other DMSs and the support that's needed. This is the solution that I've used personally in dealerships to help sell more cars, reduce repossessions, and making sure it takes care of all your inventory management, sales, and buy here, pay here needs. Give them a call and check them out at the number below. Now back to our video. Another area you have to be aware of is employees, hiring good employees. What it used to cost us, not just gas going up or inventory or other products going up in price with inflation that we have now. Also, it's costing more to hire a good employee. You have to be prepared for that, because if you keep paying what you used to pay, you may not get good quality. And then you also have to be ready that if you pay a little bit more to get somebody to hire on, how is that extra money you're paying that one employee, how's that going to affect the current ones you have? So you have to prepare for that as well. Another thing is how it affects the payments or collections. When you have customers that spent a year and a half not having to have discipline to make payments on time because they had all this free money being given to them, all of a sudden now they actually had to come off of the 39 weeks of free money with unemployment, go back to work, find a job, and Lord knows, I know every city I go in, especially here in San Antonio, there's literally businesses with banners begging people to go to work. And it's shocking how many people are just lazy. They just got comfortable and just trying to push your customers So you should know which local places are hiring for $14, $15, $16 an hour, whether it's restaurants or Amazon or whatever it is in your local market. Give that information and options to your customers, because they're just throwing their hands up saying, oh, I lost my job. And in addition to, make sure you remind them about your $200 to refer a customer, because that could get most people back on track, at least one payment. Another thing to look at is weather. We go through seasonal adjustments. I'm from Boston originally, so I'm used to, shoveling snow and dealing with the winter season. But sometimes, like here in San Antonio, we've had record levels of over 23 days over 100 degrees. How does that affect not just your initial leads, but your employees, your work conditions? How does it affect the cars? The ACs are going out quicker, or affecting the vehicles. And also, because of certain states like Texas, we've had rolling blackouts in cities. You need to prepare for that. Because what happens if you shut down your entire business with no electricity? How much money will you lose? Trust me, it'll be significant. It'll be a lot more than the cost of having a generator standing by once a month. Test it, just like you do a fire drill. Say, if something happened, how are we going to keep fixing cars, running those compressors, and running the computers in the payment center especially? You may combine the two, or you have 3 compressors, but you need to have a compressor for each facility to keep going. That way you cannot ever blame, oh, well, what are we going to do? It was too cold, they shut off electric. Woe is me. Prepare for the worst case scenario, and that way, when the competition is down because they didn't do any prior planning, you guys will be cleaning up. So anyway, just to recap, adapt to changes in your federal and local levels, and then make sure that you take advantage and adjust your goals or your business plan or even your cash model depending on what's affecting you. That way, at the end of the day, it's all about net profit. But there's many ways to lose and there's many ways to gain. So just be prepared. If you have any questions, just give me a call. And if you like this video, click below and share it with somebody. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Total Dealer Training trains and coaches dealership personnel through online, in-dealership, and live workshops. We educate, motivate, and develop the skills of your team to improve results while allowing them to be the best possible versions of themselves. If you want more information about our services, visit our TotalDealerTraining.com website, or you can call me directly at 904-955-7666. We can customize a training solution that'll meet your dealership needs. Look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment so you can be notified when future videos are released.